Hello and welcome, Essex County College family. This is a virtual cafe powered by Student Life and Activities. Today's episode number 95 is our ultimate no-nonsense guide to graduating student scholarships for spring 2023 at Essex County College. We thank you all for joining us today. We know this is an important one, and we appreciate you taking the time to learn how to get yourself some free money for your education. All right, first, I'm going to go over with you all 19 available scholarships that we have for the spring 2023 semester for graduating students. I'm going to go over all the requirements and all the things that you need to submit and all those important details. After I'm done with that, Mr. Graham is going to take you on a complete walkthrough on how to do the application for these scholarships and what is expected of you in that application. All right, so let's get started. All right, folks. Graduating Student Scholarship Spring 2023, your official application deadline, April 14th, 2023. No ifs, ands, or buts. That's the last day. You got almost a month to get everything done. April 14th, that is your ultimate deadline. All right. Submit your applications via Google Forms. The application link will be sent via your student email on Friday, March 17th, 2023. All right, that is 2 days from now. You're going to email your one letter of recommendation to jgraham1@essex.edu. That's Mr. Graham, Director of Student Life and Activities. Once again, the applications will be through Google Forms. The link's going to be sent to you. You don't have it yet. It's going to be sent to you in your student email, your Essex email, this Friday, March 17th. You're going to email one letter of recommendation for all the scholarships that you need it for to jgraham1@essex.edu. All right, moving on. Awardees will be notified via email May 10th, 2023. Always get a lot of folks coming to ask, when will we be notified if we won? There it is right here. By May 10th, check your email, okay? All right, we have 19 scholarships. Here's number one. The Academic Achievement Award. You're going to need a GPA that has drastically increased over the past 6 consecutive semesters. You're going to need to have done some voluntary work in some capacity at Essex County College. You need to have demonstrated leadership development and maintained an active role in a club at Essex County College. And you're also going to need some type of proof, an acceptance letter from a 4-year college or university for this fall upcoming semester. Basically, if you're heavily involved in clubs or you helped out with the food pantry or some type of community service that was connected to Essex, this one's for you. If you have gone from like a 1 point something or a 2 point something and you are in the 3s now, that's drastic, okay? Demonstrated leadership development and maintain an active role. Yeah, if you were an SGA, if you were in one of the clubs, Bio Pre-Med Club, Essex Chemical Society, Poetry Club, don't matter. 4-year acceptance letter. All right, moving on. Number 2, your Accounting Service Award. Very simply, you must be an accounting major. That's it. All right. Number 3, the Administrative Association Scholarship. You're going to need to have a 3.0 or better GPA throughout the entire time you've been here. You need to be accepted for admission to a 4-year college or university. Once again, you can prove that with an acceptance letter. You need to demonstrate intellectual curiosity, professional promise, and leadership qualities. And you're also going to need to be active in extracurricular activities for the past 2 years. Again, that's clubs, volunteer service, volunteering and tutoring, things like that. Those will all qualify you there. That's the Administrative Association Scholarship. Number 4, the Division of Biology, Chemistry, and Physics Scholarship. Very simply, science graduates who have exemplified academic achievement. If you are a biology, chemistry, or physics major, you should apply. You're applying for this. There's no reason not to. Here we go. Number 5, Business Administration Award. You need to demonstrate academic promise, and you need to make significant contributions to the college or community. Demonstrating academic promise. You're going to see that a lot in here. All that really means is good grades, maybe an improvement in grades. That's basically it. So if you got good grades and you've made significant contributions to the college or to the college community, and you can swing that in a million different ways, the scholarship's for you. Number 6, the Charles G. Lavallo Community and Continuing Education Scholarship. The graduate must have been enrolled or participated in a community and continuing education program. That's the CCE Department of Essex. You must demonstrate academic performance, a minimum GPA of 3.0. You must do a 250-word essay, how the community and continuing education program course contributed to my academic success. You're going to need a 4-year institution's acceptance letter as well, or professional school or employment following the awarding of an associate degree. So you need to be having a plan for what's next after Essex. Applications for the scholarship can be obtained from the Community and Continuing Education Department. So if we have any CCE people, this one's for you, and you now know what to do. Here is number 7, the Darlene Liggins Scholarship. You got to be a female business major, and you need to have a pretty good GPA. So if you are a female business major, I'm assuming you got an awesome GPA. This scholarship is for you and only you. All right, we're moving on. Number 8, the Essex County College Alumni Association Scholarship. You must have demonstrated scholastic achievement. Again, very vague, very plausible that all of you can demonstrate scholastic achievement. And you must have affirmed your commitment to continue your education through enrollment in a 4-year institution. I'm sorry that it says Executive Dean of Student Services Scholarship. That is a typo on my end. Please ignore that. So for the Alumni Association Scholarship, you are going to need a 4-year acceptance letter and good grades, good GPA. I'm going to say 2.8. That's just my guess. Everybody can go for it, but that's what I would call like a B- or whatever. Moving on. Number 9, the Faculty Association Scholarship. You need a minimum GPA of 3.5 for this. Graduating student, you must be certified eligible for graduation by your department and the college. That's an official definition of graduation. Returning faculty scholars, the student must have completed 30 credits of non-developmental coursework, courses numbered 100 or higher required by your curriculum. The candidate must represent in character and achievement those qualities which the Faculty Association Scholarship Committee extols as an exemplary student worthy of public recognition. You're going to need to talk yourself up big time in the essay for this one. The faculty testimony must state in writing that the candidate is a student who is not only an exemplary scholar, but also makes a contribution to the scholarly pursuits of other students. What does that mean? Tutoring. Are you helping people? Are you helping your peers? You're so good at what you do that you are able to coordinate some time for yourself to help other students finish their coursework. Do you do that? If you do, the scholarship is for you. We're moving on. Here is number 10. The Honorary Patricia Giuliano Memorial Scholarship. You need to be a single mother. You need to be active in civic advocacy or political causes. Does that mean holding a protest sign? Yeah. Does that mean getting petitions signed to help people in your community get something accomplished? Absolutely. You need to maintain a 2.5 GPA or better. All right. So single mothers who are very passionate about causes that they like to defend and fight for, and you have a GPA of 2.5 or better, that scholarship is for you. We are moving on. Number 11, the Janet May Memorial Scholarship. You must have demonstrated academic promise and performance, which you're going to have to do for every single one of these scholarships. You need to be an eligible student with the highest GPA ranking graduating from the West Essex campus of Essex County College. So you're saying to yourself, I thought West Essex was closed. It is, but we do have an extension center up there around the corner, and we do have many of our students that still attend just the West Essex campus exclusively. So this is for those folks only. So if you are taking classes at the West Essex campus or classes that have a WEC in front of them and they're at the extension center in Caldwell, this scholarship is exclusively for you. You're going to need to have completed 30 or more credits at West Essex toward an associate's degree. You're going to need a four-year institution acceptance letter, proof of U.S. citizenship, and you must have demonstrated service to your school and or community. Okay, so this is for West Essex folks only. Janet May Memorial Scholarship. Moving on, number 12, the Casa Kofer and Slade Academic Achievement and Student Success Scholarship. You must have made the dean's list all semesters that you've been here. You must have completed your degree with a GPA 3.5 or higher. That means that you are graduating with a 3.5 GPA. You must be an active member of the community and or in Essex clubs, and you must be transferring to a four-year institution. Okay? Casa Kofor and Slade Academic Achievement and Student Success Scholarship. We are moving on. Lucky number 13, here it is. Doctors Mary B. and Reynold E. Birch Scholarship. Yep, the theater is named for Miss Birch. You must be an African-American male or female. You must be accepted at a four-year college, university, or professional school to pursue the arts or allied health. And a prospective applicant should demonstrate exceptional acumen, talent, skill, and potential in the arts or allied health field. So we're looking for African-American males or females with a four-year acceptance letter that are skilled in the arts or allied health fields. Okay? Mary B. and Reynold E. Birch Scholarship. Here is number 14. The METCS Scholarship. Student must complete at least MTH 122 at Essex County College. Student must have taken a minimum of 16 college level credits in math at Essex County College. Math GPA of 3.0 or better in courses taken at Essex. In the event of ties, the overall GPA of courses taken at Essex County College is considered. So for this scholarship specifically, your 3.0 GPA is going to be derived only from your math classes, not from your entire academic transcript. Only in the event of a tie will that happen. So this scholarship stands out from the rest because it only matters the grades that you received in your math classes. Okay? METCS Scholarship. Moving on, number 15. The Phi Theta Kappa Scholarship, very simply, must be a member of Phi Theta Kappa, the National Honor Society for two-year college students. So if you are a member of Phi Theta Kappa, you already know about this and you're all applying for this. That's a no-brainer. Okay? Number 16, the Robert Sidney Needham Memorial Scholarship. You must be a graduate of a New Jersey high school. You must have demonstrated history of community service or campus leadership. And you must have a minimum GPA of 3.0 and also transferring to a four-year institution, which we hope you are all doing. But for the Robert Sidney Needham Memorial Scholarship, that's what you need to do. Okay, we're moving on. Number 17, the Social Work Student Association Scholarship. You must have been an active member of the Social Work Student Association. This is a very specific scholarship for that club, just like PTK. You must be completing a degree with either a human and social services or a social sciences major. And you must have attained at least a 3.0 GPA during your whole time here. Okay, so social work students, you already know about this one. Ms. Jenkins probably told you about it. Make sure you apply. It's for you. All right, number 18. The Dr. Peter Myers and Professor David Barnes Scholarship. You got to be a social science major. You need to be graduating with at least a 3.0 GPA or higher. You're going to need to have gained admission to a four-year college or university. You need to write a two-page essay about yourself, including your commitment to social justice in recent times. And you're going to need 2 letters of recommendation from 2 current members of faculty. If you notice, all the other scholarships, you only need 1 letter of recommendation. For this specific one, you're going to need 2 letters of recommendation, and they have to specifically be from faculty members at Essex County College, no one else. Okay? Number 19 is the Women Talking to Women Scholarship. You guessed it, you must be a female and graduating from Essex with a 3.5 GPA or higher to apply for this scholarship. You must also be an African American and be a human and social service program major. And you must have a 4-year acceptance letter in the fall 2023 semester, to continue the major in social work at an accredited university. Okay, so this one is very specific. Female, African American, human and social service program major, 3.5 GPA, all very specific and very important. All right, so there's 19 of them there. This video will be available for you with all the stuff for anybody who's come late on YouTube tomorrow. But right now, we are going to turn it over to Mr. Graham, Director of Student Life and Activities. He is going to cover the application and how to fill it out and all that good stuff with you right now.
Good afternoon, everybody, and thank you for joining us for our graduating student scholarship in this spring 2023 semester. I'm happy that you took interest to learn about the scholarships early. As Mr. Ott said, I will email all the scholarship links on Friday. What we've put a lot of work into is trying to streamline the process and make it as easy for you all as possible. So with that being said, I'm going to show you a scholarship application. I did receive confirmation just a little while ago that we will be offering the presidential scholarship for graduating students this year. So if you have your pens and pads out, take a little bit of notes on this criteria, and it'll be sent to you with the rest of the scholarships. But for the presidential scholarship, they ask for students who have demonstrated scholastic achievement, demonstrated community or college involvement, demonstrate financial need, and hold an F1 visa status or served in the armed forces. My recommendation is to apply to this one. All right, did you all hear me? Apply to this scholarship. This is the presidential scholarship. It is one of the scholarships that will probably actually have more recipients than others. And it's a fairly easy scholarship probably to qualify. I know it says hold F1 visa status or served in the armed forces. However, the committee may not hold to that. So I highly recommend that everybody apply to this scholarship. All right, did we hear that? Can you hear me, Mr. I? All right, great. All right, so as far as the application, this is probably the easiest we've ever made it. We ask you for some basic information, such as your email address, first name, last name, all right, of course, your ID number, your address, right, your telephone number, your date of birth, your gender, right? Right, that's an option for you. And check the degree you'll be receiving upon graduation. I know everybody doesn't know. It took me a while to figure out. You can find it on your transcript. Associate of Science will be AS. Associate of Applied Arts and Science is AAS. And Associate of Arts is AA. All right. Essentially, Associate of Applied Arts, if you're doing a program that puts you straight into the workforce, then that would be Associate of Applied Arts. But if it's a degree that transfers to a four-year institution, it will either be an AS or an AA. All right. Do not be dismayed if you do not know. Just check one. I'll guarantee that that won't be held against you. Okay. Put your major, your GPA, and then the only requirements left of you from there is to write an essay, right? 250-word essay expressing the reason that you deserve to be a scholarship recipient. So there you'll talk about what you did to be worthy of a scholarship, any contributions you made to the college, anything unique about you, you know, what it is that you've done on campus, whether you help your peers, you participate in the classroom. Also use this, right, to talk about traits that separate you from everyone else, right? You can also talk about your career aspirations, right? Your education, your academic goals, right? So this is where you actually sell yourself. All right. This is what allows the committee to understand and know who you are outside of just looking at your GPA, major, etc. All right. Well, I did say you could express your academic goals. You can do that here, right? And then this is listing the academic awards you have received or any professional social accomplishments. All right. So I opened it, kind of broad. Everybody may not have academic awards, but maybe you were, honored for your community service and commitment, to the community. You can list all of that there. Okay. But remember that these sections give you the chance to talk about you. All right. Otherwise, the committee, they just may not know you. Okay. All right. Here it's just saying that you certify that everything is true. It tells you when everything is due. Okay. Now, also note that I know Mr. Ott mentioned that you have to email your letters of recommendation to me. However, if a scholarship does also ask you to provide proof of your transfer or acceptance to a four-year institution, you should email that to me as well. All right. Once you're done, you just click submit and you're done with the presidential scholarship. And you will have a link for each of those scholarships listed, and it'll have a separate application. All right. Now, based on the fact that everything is in a form, and I know you may not want to go back, you can't go back to the form again. So what's going to happen is also in that email, I will list anything that you have to write about. If a scholarship, say for instance, the Casa Cofer Slade scholarship wants a specific essay, I will put that in the body of the email. That way you can prepare your written statements before you access the actual application. All right. It is very important that you get those applications in by the deadline. It is very important that you start speaking with your professors now regarding letters of recommendation. Right? We have about 25 students in here. All right. That means that the 25 of you have a head start on the other 800 that will be asking professors for recommendation letters. So start now. Other than that, I believe that's all I have regarding the scholarship applications, and I'm more than welcome to answer any questions that anybody may have.
Anybody have any questions?
The deadline is April 14th, 2023. Okay, that question was in the chat. Oh, Mr. Odd already beat me to it.
Are the I believe they're called the ECCFA scholarships, are they going to be included in the email as well?
No. That is the Faculty Association scholarship, which comes I will try. Okay. However, however, they create their own application, which means that it's not digital. Okay. So what I will do is I will see if they will furnish that with me, and I will send it. However, note that that may come in a separate email. Okay.
I have a question.
Yes.
So I've seen that a couple of the scholarship was saying that you have to be completed like community service and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. Is that included like doing your internship? Because I'm a social worker student, or is that not? Hello?
I guess that depends on how how you frame it, in a sense, right? I do understand that's an internship. However, internships are sort of voluntary, right?
Right.
A lot of them aren't paid,
Mm-hmm. Yes.
and a lot of them put us in positions to service our communities. So if it puts you in a position to help the community, talk about it,
Okay.
and then let them make that judgment call.
Gotcha.
All right.
Thank you.
So you know, sometimes you got to make things hard on the committee. All right, and that's why I emphasize that you have to sell yourself. All right, make
Okay.
yourself make it a hard choice not to grant it to you. All right, and then especially if it has you engaging in some wonderful things that are helping people, you need to talk about it.
Okay. Thank
All
you.
right, so that should go for everyone. If you're unsure, but you feel as though that what it is that you want to talk about has helped the community and everyone as a whole, then you should definitely include it. The only way they know how exemplary you are is for you to tell them.
Thank you.
Any other questions? Anyone? Okay, well then I have something to add. Being as though these are the graduating student scholarships, what we do normally every year is we hold a scholarship awards program. All right. So for anyone who is a recipient, you will be invited to attend this award ceremony. I can tell you right now to circle May 17th on your calendars. All right. So that if you are notified, you know, by May 10th or before, that if you would like to attend, you can make plans to attend the scholarship awards night with your families. All right. I have a couple of excellent questions. Yes, I'm going to go down the list. Okay. Excellent questions. Okay. First question is, does this apply for students who graduated fall 2022? So that means that the fall semester that just passed. The answer is yes.
If I have a 3.44 GPA right now, but I know my GPA will be higher when the semester finishes, can I still apply to the scholarships that require a 3.5?
I'll get back to that one. All right. The Darlene Liggins Scholarship, yes, letter of recommendation. Submit one for all scholarships.
What if we're graduating in summer 2?
If you're graduating in summer 2, you will be eligible for these very same scholarships this time next year. So even though you may be long gone, you will be eligible to apply.
Are part-time students eligible?
Yes.
I have 60
Part-time
credits.
students eligible.
I have 60 credits to graduate. However, I'm still at Essex to finish requirements. Do I still qualify?
Yep.
Yeah.
Because you would, once you complete, as long as you complete your requirements and earn a degree, if you were selected as a recipient and still meet those requirements upon completion, you are eligible. I'm only asked, yes, you will only need one letter unless a specific scholarship requirement states otherwise. And then furthermore, let's say we get to the beginning of May and a committee tells me that they want something else, I will contact you immediately. All right. Back to the 3.44 GPA, but you know that it'll be higher. Here is a very important to note. Students who graduated in summer 2, right, of 2022 are eligible. Students who graduated fall just past are eligible. Students who plan to graduate this semester or plan to finish their degree by summer 1 are eligible. However, you will not receive a scholarship until you fulfill the requirements. So, yes, you apply if you have a 3.44 GPA. If the committee decides to consider you as a recipient, then by the time you finish, your GPA will have to have been 3.5 or you will not receive the scholarship. The same thing for, let's say, a student who may not finish until summer 1. The committee may say, well, we really like this person. They're in their last class. Let's give them the scholarship. However, if you do not successfully complete your degree and you drop the class or you fail the class, then you are no longer eligible for that scholarship. All right. So I hope that helps. And the reason not to worry too much about the GPA is that's kind of why we stagger the application period. It'll end, classes will end, and then that gives a period to verify students' GPAs before they're actually awarded. So by May 10th, hopefully I would have known what you had. All right.
All right, Miss Fletcher, from what I'm gathering, had come in late and she wants to know, she's graduating in June, but will still be attending classes until the end of summer 1. Like, is she eligible for all these? I guess.
No, if you will be finishing in summer 1, you're eligible now. My advice for reaching out to professors for students that are online only. Well, I would suggest reaching out via email. Since you're online only, I'm assuming there's no virtual lecture or anything for you to speak with them. What I'm going to say is that when you reach out to that professor, see if you can reach out by email initially. Copy me in it. Okay? Copy me in it. And that goes for any student that if you send an email to a professor asking for a letter of recommendation, I don't mind if you copy me in it. Okay? Because I know that, online is not the biggest hurdle. The biggest hurdle is the demand on the professor's time. All right? And I know that sometimes it's hard for you to follow up, right? But I'm in a position where I can bug them a little bit more about it than you.
And for Denise, because she is confused, which I understand.
Yeah.
But if we graduate for summer 1, if we're finishing at the end of summer 1 this year, can we apply for these scholarships? You said yes, right?
Now.
Yes.
Yes, now.
Yes, Denise, these are for you.
Recommendations from counselors at the school are acceptable too. You're welcome, Denise.
All right. Does anybody have any other questions for Mr. Graham before we wrap it up?
Yes, my apologies. I actually just entered the meeting and I missed half of the meeting. I wanted to know, will you be sending this in an email as far as the scholarships that? Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you for bringing it back up. Sometimes it's very good to reiterate things anyway. All the scholarships, there will be online Google Forms for them. So what will happen is this might be a pretty big email, but you will get an email, and within that email, I'll reiterate the instructions, the deadline, and then you will have 20 links with the name of the scholarship above each, and then all you'll have to do to apply is reference that email, click the link, and go. Okay? But also to add to that is that for any writing portions that are required for the scholarships, I will include that in the email so that you can work on that before going to the application.
Okay, and is it like all the other scholarships that'll instruct us on who do we need the letter of recommendations from? I know I came in when I heard you stating we can get it from our professor and we can CC you.
Yeah. From your professor, unless it specifically states.
Okay, perfect.
Otherwise, and I don't think any of the graduating ones, I don't think they do. But sometimes some scholarships may ask you to get something from a clergy member or a community member. If so, then you get that one as well.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, Melissa asked, does it have to be from the faculty division, the letter of recommendation? I'm a business major. It's just that one scholarship, the faculty association scholarship, that has to be from faculty members. For all the other scholarships, it can be a faith leader, it can be an employer, it can be a teacher.
And I mean, to go even further, it could be your favorite financial aid officer, right? It could be your EOF counselor. It could be the dean of student affairs, right? It could be the department chair, your professor, right? But whoever it is, you want to get to someone who is going to who's going to really speak glowingly of you. All right. And then you have to look at it from this perspective. You know which professors you know best, right? Try not to go to that professor that doesn't really know you well, because he's just going to give you something that's similar to what he's giving everybody. All right. You want somebody that's going to talk about you like you are the best student on campus. Right. And hopefully we all have somebody like that we can turn to.
What if our next plans end up being at Essex County College? For example, a nursing or LPN program, but we also get accepted into a four-year institution. Are we still eligible, or do my next plans have to be at a four-year college? That's a tough one.
Oh, well, I mean, that's I'm going to say treat that like the four-year institution, because you're starting a completely new program. You completed your degree for your general science requirements and everything like that, and then now you're stepping into another program. So I am going to say treat that as the four-year institution. Okay, so even if you talk about, what your next step is in your essay, right? You can say, my plans are to enter, the Essex County College nursing or LPN program. All right. That is a transfer in my eyes. I don't know how every committee would view it, but if I'm a part of the committee, it's only fair to view it that way. You have graduated and you are continuing your academic and professional journey.
Yeah, I hope my question made sense. Because I'm not sure, because I know that it's like an associate degree in science, nursing science. So it doesn't
No,
really
I
count
understand.
I
I understand what you're saying, and with this one, I have to lean on the fact that, listen, I can't fault you for the path that your career and the degree you've earned so far have taken you to. Right? You have a step there that you have to go to. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Asthma, the record. Oh, there we go. Mr. Hot, always on point.
Does it look better to have more than one letter of recommendation, or will the one suffice?
I'm going to say one will suffice. Because
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
All right. Any other questions for Mr. Graham? All right, we're gonna wrap it up, folks.
All right. No. Before we wrap it up.
Yeah.
Before we wrap it up, I did get a question through direct message, and I answered it through direct message. So I need to be very clear. Unless a scholarship says that, for instance, you have to be a Newark resident or you have to be a Belleville resident, all right, then you should apply regardless of your citizenship status, all right, unless it speaks specifically to citizenship, right? You have to live in this town. You have to be a U.S. resident, right? We do have like one, maybe two in there that do say that. But if it doesn't say that, then you apply, all right? Whether you're undocumented, still waiting for a green card, F1, whatever, all right? Just apply, because if it doesn't speak to that, then that's not even something that is being considered. Okay. Right? Did you get the? I see there was a question about the deadline. Deadline. Remember, applications will be sent out Friday via email. The deadline is April 14th, 2023. You will be notified if you're a recipient by May 10th. All of you will be notified that recipients have been notified. If you are a recipient by May 10th, there will be an award ceremony on May 17th, right here on campus. Presidential scholarship, everybody apply.
Nice. All right, we want to thank Mr. Graham, Director of Student Life and Activities, for coming, schooling us all on the application process, fielding all those questions. Everybody had some great questions about this stuff. It can get confusing. I hope that we cleared everything up for you. This video will be available on YouTube tomorrow or the day after, most likely on the day that you get that email from Mr. Graham with the application and all that stuff. We're going to throw a video link in that email too, so you can access this Zoom session if you came in late or if you missed it. Okay, a lot of information covered here. 20 scholarships. Apply for everything that you think that you're eligible for. The worst that can happen is they tell you no. That's literally it. So try. We wish you all the best of luck. All right. We hope that you and your families are doing and staying well during this time. It's getting nice out there. Not today, but it is getting nice out there. So enjoy that weather with your family, your friends. Get your scholarships in a row. Get all that stuff out of the way so you can enjoy all this nice weather coming your way. All right. Until next time, take care.